This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 2823, 7 Critical Truths We Forget All Too Soon by Angel Chernoff of marcandangel.com. And I'm Justin Malik. I'm going to jump right into today's post as we optimize your life. 7 Critical Truths We Forget All Too Soon by Angel Chernoff of marcandangel.com. So much happens in our lives every day that we often forget what we've learned. In effect, the only thing faster than the speed of our thoughts is the speed of our forgetfulness. Here are 7 important reminders to jog your memory. Number 1, attitude makes all the difference. 2 people can be affected by the same circumstance and respond in completely different ways. It just depends on their perspective. One might see themselves as a victim, while the other discovers and makes the most of an opportunity the circumstance provides. When you expect life to be unkind, it will always live up to your expectations. On the other hand, when you consider yourself to be in a fortunate situation, you'll find yourself in many more. It's important to remember that there is value in every situation and circumstance. Positive possibilities are generated by every possible turn of fate. No matter what happens or doesn't happen, life is what you choose to make it. You just have to choose to make it great. Number 2, some sadness is necessary. You cannot completely shield yourself from sadness without also shielding yourself from happiness. Sadness is part of the journey. Life is a series of highs and lows, an adventure that requires you to take chances and actions that have the possibility of both success, happiness, and failure or sadness. When you find your path, you must not be afraid to step forward. You need to have sufficient courage to take chances and fail sometimes. Disappointment and sadness are the tools life uses to show us the way. In the end, we learn even more from our failures than we do from our successes. Every step is a step in the right direction. Number 3, you can't fight fire with fire. Don't spew hostile words at those who spew them at you. Tone it down and replace the stink of confrontation with the fragrance of resolution. The louder the opposition wants to yell, the calmer and more confidently you need to speak. Keep your composure. Don't let them get to you. Be an example of a pure existence, having a pure understanding of reality. Communicate and express yourself from a place of peace, from a place of love with the best intentions. Practice good judgment in what you say and how you say it, in the thoughts you carry, and in the emotions you reveal. And most of all, use your voice for good, to inspire, to encourage, to educate, to spread the notions of love and understanding. Number 4, everyone struggles in some way. When you deal with your own issues, use your head. When you help others deal with their issues, use your heart. The questions you should be asking yourself: how much could I possibly know about the troubles in another's heart? How much can I hope to understand this person who has suffered from a specific circumstance of pain or disappointment than I have known? And even greater than your ability to inspire them with hope for a brighter future is your capacity to motivate them to directly confront the worst in themselves and deal with it up front so they can rediscover and reclaim the best in themselves over time. Number 5, fear always exists. Every new experience triggers at least some fear, and that's okay. Fear can help you to assess risk and prepare for all kinds of important, challenging situations. But first, you have to understand that the purpose of fear is not to stop you. Fear helps you evaluate the path forward. Certainly, it is important to pause and look carefully before you move into unknown territory. However, it's just as important that after sufficient due diligence and preparation, you do indeed move forward. Let the fear sharpen your awareness and then let it inspire you to act. Your success cannot be built by seeking refuge in what is already familiar and comfortable. You must journey out into the unknown, prepared for the challenges and determined to do whatever is necessary. The way to get beyond your fear is to go through it. Do the thing you fear, and the fear loses its control over you. Number 6, small steps get you to big places. The greatest of all mistakes is to do nothing simply because you can only do a little. In fact, it is far more productive to take many small steps in the right direction than to make a giant leap only to stumble and fall and never get up again. Bottom line, the path to every goal requires 100 small steps, one after the other. Figure out where you want to go, take a step, and keep on stepping. Diligence and persistence will get you there. And number 7, you can only change yourself. Don't wait for someone who hurt you to make it up to you. This kind of thinking only keeps your old wounds from healing. Waiting for them to change is not the answer. You have no control over them, and they may never change. Inner peace is found by changing your thinking, not the people who hurt you. And you change your thinking for yourself, for your joy, your peace of mind, your own understanding, and your bright future that has nothing to do with this person or what they did to you. So forgive those who have hurt you in the past, and even more importantly, forgive yourself for allowing them to hurt you. Then smile like you've never cried, reopen your heart and mind like you've never been hurt, and live the rest of your life like you're running out of time. You just listened to the post titled 7 Critical Truths We Forget All Too Soon by Angel Chernoff of marcandangel.com. Now that it's summertime, you can expect a lot of walks, sports, dancing, and more. And that means it's more important now than ever to pay attention to everyday hydration. Introducing our sponsor, Liquid IV, the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, which is now available in sugar-free. With 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, Liquid IV packets hydrate 2 times faster than water alone. It's also non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Plus, Liquid IV makes hydration more fun. I have all the incentive I need to stay hydrated thanks to Liquid IV's delicious flavors. There are a bunch to choose from, each one truly better than the last. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Now sugar-free. Grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code OLD at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code OLD at liquidiv.com. Take it, Angel. A few of these we've touched on recently, like 1, attitude making all the difference. 2, some sadness being necessary in life. That one we just talked about on Tuesday's episode, actually, so very recently. Even 6, talking about small steps. So no need to repeat those. But there were some great quotes in there, I think. One of my favorites was, when you deal with your own issues, use your head. When you help others deal with their issues, use your heart. It's very true. I find a common complaint, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard this before, is people talking about how they want to vent, but often their partner will just automatically offer up solutions to try to help the situation. But that's not what we really wanted to begin with. We just wanted someone to agree or to console or just to relate. It's a common relationship issue, so I thought that quote was a nice way of looking at it. When someone's going through a tough issue, instead of jumping straight to our minds for solutions and analyzing, it can be helpful for the other person if we just start with our hearts and just feel for them, at least at first. So thank you to Angel for this one. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.